How do I get a job? That is the only thing that should be mattering to you. How am I supposed to get a job when I'm an Uber driver, I'm a warehouse worker, I'm a teacher, I'm a FedEx driver, I'm a UPS driver? You're the average American, you're the average human, right? That's who this is built for. So first and foremost, I'm going to make 3 assumptions real quick about you. The first assumption is that you have self-skills. And what I mean by that is you have the ability to manage your time. You have the ability to receive feedback and not let it hurt your ego, right? We'll talk more about that in later videos. Number 2, this is making the assumption you have found your craft, right? And you're exploring it. You're at the entry-level phase of learning software development, marketing, sales, anything along these lines. And now what we're going to move into is the differentiation phase. Learning how to differentiate yourself from the crowd through experience. That is the third and most important step that most people get lost at. See, when you're wanting to make a career transition, everybody you're competing against, and keep in mind, this is a competition regardless of how you feel. So the people you're going to be competing against, do they have the ability to take those skills and apply it in the real world? And a great example of how to do this is through freelancing, through websites like Upwork, right? To give a little bit of context, we helped a student just last week land about $700 in freelance projects. Now, how he did that is really important to keep in mind. So the first step here is coming to websites like Upwork and learning how to find good projects. So for example, if you're a software engineer, right, and you're just getting started, you might want to look up things like WordPress, right? I'm gonna look up WordPress developer. Now you may be saying to yourself, I'm not a WordPress developer. I don't know what that is. Welcome to the business world, right? The vast majority of you watching this will be going to work at small to medium-sized businesses. Now here's why that matters. When you go work for a small to medium-sized business, you have to have one thing keeping in your mind, one thing in the back of your mind to let you know you're gonna be working for somebody who doesn't really know how to manage a software engineer. You have to be the problem solver. And we're going to talk a little bit more about how you can do this through what we call a Cobra framework later on. But the purpose of this video is, again, to show you what the real world looks like and how to differentiate yourself through that experience. So this is what I recommend all of our students do. So we're going to come in here. You want to click this to US only. We then want to come down to number of proposals. We want to drop this to less than 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, at least for starting out. And I did like to do the payment verified. We can actually take this off. It's really up to you. You don't want to overthink it. Now we're looking at WordPress. Now, teach me how to automate workflows for our website leads by integrating our CRM and email marketing. Now, you're going to notice, especially if you're somebody who's been learning about software engineering, these are very easy things for you to learn. WordPress can be learned by a software engineer, especially entry-level one who's learning their way on the ropes in as little as 2 to 3 weeks, right? So site speed expert, GTM issues, and mobile speed. We're actually going to stay away from that for right now. We're going to keep scrolling. Web, looking for someone to help me design a few pages for our website. It's mostly verbiage. You need to do a little research into specific FL Senate bill to have a basic understanding of the laws in order to help us design the pages. Looking for someone who's willing to have phone conversations to discuss our needs. Ironically, this is the perfect style of project you're looking for when you're first getting started. And here's why. When you're first getting started, you need to learn how to communicate with clients. You need to learn how to work with people who are very vague in what they're looking for. See, the only thing we know about this client is they want us to design a few pages. That's kind of vague because it just says web. What does that mean? It doesn't mean that much at the end of the day. And why did he want WordPress? He doesn't really mention WordPress in here, right? We're having to do a lot of if-then work right now to kind of figure out what does this person want. That's the entire purpose of differentiation through experience. What you're looking for is the ability to gain professional experience through scenarios like this. Professional experience is learning how to step into any scenario and solve a problem that's given to you vaguely. Because in the real world, you're rarely going to be set up with a project manager or somebody that really knows what they're talking about, who's going to give you exactly what you need. Now, some of you may go work at, your Meta, your manga companies, your really large companies, but most of you are going to small to medium-sized businesses. So learning how to find clients like this, sell to them, and work with them is the foundation of making the career transition. And once you master this, you achieve the fourth step in the 5-step roadmap, right? And the fourth step is being able to unlock your value. You are now a marketer, you're a software engineer, you're a sales rep, you're whatever your craft is. You're somebody who now has practical skills. You know how to actually use those skills. In addition, you know how to speak to a client and solve vague problems that they give you. They say that I want this website to be more visually appealing. What they actually mean is they want a site that converts leads. So let's look a little bit more, right? Looking to update it. This is the perfect example. I'm looking to update an existing website for a production company, right? This site only has a couple of pages and a demo reel that is hosted on Vimeo. I just need everything updated and a new copy added. This site is hosted on Google Cloud. It is a WordPress design. This is your perfect website. This is somebody, especially when someone says looking to update a current site. The beautiful part is the people who are going to apply to this project, these are typically going to be people who are low education in terms of what the client needs are. Making the transition and understanding differentiation through experience is learning that your job is for business needs.